PACE has really helped me find the right connections that I need as far as internships and career advice. Hi, I'm Cece Valadez, and I'm a senior here at Texas State, and I'm majoring in comm studies, which is communication studies. So I graduate in May, and I've been looking for jobs and internships, and it can be really stressful because I don't really know what I want to do yet or how to get in touch with different people.
I feel that PACE really brings like a really strong support system. They have a lot of different people that are on their side, in their corner, like a peer mentor.
PACE is just guidance for me. Like I said, going into the real world can kind of be stressful, so I don't really know a lot as far as like career-wise. So they've given me a lot of advice as far as what they think my resume should look like, and that's been a big help of turning that into different jobs. And I've gotten a lot of good feedback on the resume aspect of it.
You've had some experience with like career counseling.
Yeah, I think like in terms of like long term, like for one, like our goal is to like keep students, you know, at Texas State, or like show them that they have resources here. You know, if they're struggling with figuring out what they want to do, that was my issue. My first year I was like, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and meeting with my career counselor really like not only like helped me kind of guide me to where I wanted to go, but also like just have the confidence to like pursue what I wanted to do.
So as my graduation date comes closer and closer, I'm, you know, getting scared of finding a job that actually have something to do with my degree. And so I think it's really important that I sit down with the PACE people and find connections and network with them, so that way they can lead me to different resources. It's kind of scary because I know a lot of people that have gotten, you know, graduated and getting their degrees, and they are in a field that has nothing to do with their degree, so that kind of scares me. So I think that like by going to the career fairs, I've met with a lot of people that are like in human resources and public relations, which is something that I want to do.
My role here with PACE is I'm a grad assistant, and so I work with peer mentors, and they're working with freshmen. And so for peer mentors who are looking for jobs out in the market right now, I feel like Texas State's prepared them pretty well. They have a lot of resources available to them. They just need to utilize them more. You know, career services, the services out of PACE itself with cafe and everything. And so something that really comes up a lot is like interview skills. So students are really not sure what to do during the interviews themselves and really haven't gone through that process. And I think that the more that they do and practice those things, the more likely they're going to be more comfortable in an interview and be able to really speak about everything that makes them a really good candidate for the positions they're looking for.
It's really important that you dress the look that you want and make yourself presentable, and I think people underestimate and really don't utilize that. I know I haven't really used it, but it's really good because if you present yourself in a certain way, it makes the employer kind of look at you differently. It makes you look more mature and more professional, which is obviously a good thing to have when you're being interviewed.
Our goal is to meet with juniors and seniors. What we found in the job market is that a lot of students are not coming out of school graduated with the soft skills that they need, which could be working with teams, sending professional emails, professional dress, all of these things that employers have indicated that students are lacking as they get ready to come out into the workforce.
I'm originally from Dallas. I was born and raised there, and I've been down here in the Austin area for like the last 2 years. And I've been looking back and forth of the job markets and seeing like the competition wise and how competitive each market is. I think honestly they're kind of about the same because I know Austin's growing and Dallas is also growing. So I think they're just like accepting more people, but they want people that know how to do their job and that are really well qualified. So I think coming from a school down here in Austin and, using my resources, I think that'll actually put me in a good position to get hired and to be well looked at as a candidate. I do know a lot of people in Dallas, not so much in Austin, so I think that will help me a little bit more.
So when they're looking for positions, they're looking locally, but I think for a lot of students, it's important to look outside of just Central Texas. There's the rest of Texas, there's outside of Texas as well, so don't be afraid of leaving. And I feel like that's something that a lot of students do, is they want to stay, around where they know. And I think it's important to expand their search for the greater job market out there.
So students are able to meet with a graduation coach in a one-on-one appointment to help them develop those skills. So a lot of times we go through what we call financial transition plans, which looks at the costs associated with moving to the next step, whether that may be going to graduate school and calculating all those costs, or moving to a different city, or getting a certain type of job, and what that's going to be look like, and what the income you're going to be bringing home once you've paid all of your bills. So we do a lot of different things such as that, and then our coach also gets that one-on-one feedback to the student in regards to apply for graduate school and looking at their resume. So we basically take the skills that are going on across campus, where you would get it through your advisor, through a career counselor, and then we bring those things to our table, and we work one-on-one with those things to help the student go step by step. And finally, we have our financial literacy program, at which we are still growing. But what we're looking at is providing the knowledge and skills for students to navigate and be financially well. So we look at loan repayments, loan consolidation, and going through that process with students. Also, again, like I said, the budgeting aspect, looking at retirement and different financial aspects, credit, those things. So that's pretty much what we do in a nutshell here at Career Financial Education.
That's making a real difference in my job search. I know it's 3 months away, but I don't want to be that graduate that doesn't have a plan, because that's really, really scary. So I think just in general, networking is a really big thing that PACE helps you with, because when you're looking for jobs, you don't really know anybody really. So they give you a good list of who to contact and who's hiring and who you have a good chance of actually getting hired with.
School Fuel is a nonprofit organization that provides meals for malnourished children in the San Marcos School District. The organization holds many events to raise money for students, including a benefit concert at Aqua Brew.
So now people are coming from far and wide, looking for the party to have a good time.
Jenny Mangrum, president of School Fuel, says the charity has a positive impact on the kids it serves. Students perform better in the classroom when they're not hungry.
We have proven it has worked. They are attending school better, their attitudes are better, their grades are better, and their visits to the nurses complaining of stomach problems and headaches is less.
An Aqua Brew manager, David Jones, says he's hoping the concert will help School Fuel's cause. Parker Tejan, a public relations student, says the charity's contributions make a big difference in children's lives.
School Fuel is a great cause and a great charity. It feeds children, it gives them the fuel to do better in school, and I think that's what every child needs. They need the opportunity to strive and do well.
School Fuel is currently serving over 600 students in the San Marcos area. If you would like to help students in need, you can volunteer or donate by visiting their website at www.schoolfuelsanmarcos.org. For Bobcat Update, I'm Garrett Bretsky.
Catholics, Methodists, and Lutherans are among those who participate in Lent. The religious practice begins on Ash Wednesday and ends on Easter.
Lent is a time that we abstain from certain things or add certain things into our daily routine so that we can grow in sacrifice to God and prepare our hearts to celebrate His resurrection at Easter.
The Reverend Tom Salmi, pastor of the United Campus Ministry, says Lent has a special meaning for him.
Lent is an opportunity for me to reflect on where I am at this point in my life. Not thinking about where I've been or where I'm going, but where I'm at right now. areas that I can grow in.
Those who observe Lent try to change their lives for the better.
This year I tried giving up cussing. It's definitely like a really bad habit that I have. But definitely slipped up quite a bit. And then I've definitely tried to go to adoration in the mornings and daily mass and making sure like I'm praying every day.
Easter is this Sunday on April 1st, so before you go out hunting for eggs,
make sure you reflect on what you gave up this year and what you wish you had given up. For Bobcat Update, I'm William Perone.